In BT's absence, I'm going to run with this one. It's BT's game of the week. It's hard to go past the ANZAC Day clash, the traditional Collingwood-Essendon clash on ANZAC Day, Monday. Steve, it's going to be a belter, and it's going to tell us a lot about probably more so Collingwood.
I wouldn't even know where to start in terms of picking tips for that one, to be honest, because they've both been below par. It's going to be a big game. It always is. It's always quite fiery between the two. So some sort of status about whereabouts they sit. Essendon's
really got problems after that loss to Fremantle on the weekend. The 10 straight goals was the concern for me. They just couldn't stop the tide of momentum, Tazza. They're going to have to prove something to us on Anzac Day to suggest that they're any chance of recovering their season.
Yeah, well, BT's call of game of the week with Essendon and Freo probably wasn't a bad call up until halftime. It looked like it could have been a pretty decent affair there, but yeah, that run, it's pretty gruesome if you're a Dons fan. Nothing to swing the momentum, nothing to change the way the game was being played. And I'm pretty sure they're missing Stringer as well, along with Merritt. Some big outs there. They're two guys that can really swing a game for you. But Essendon were meant to come into this season with pretty decent midfield depth, and absolutely not.
Yeah, they've really disappointed so far, and I think they're, particularly on the weekend, giving up a lot of goals to the bigs. You know, Tab the Crab kicking 7 goals and Sean Darcy floating up forward for a couple as well. So that's a concern they've got to fix. But let's turn our attention to Collingwood. 3 in a row they've lost now after what looked like a really promising start for them. Tazza, I think a lot of their problems are stemming in the midfield. Would you think that's fair to say?
I'd say so. De Goey's probably needed more up forward at the moment with Mason Cox isn't doing anything. Brody Myercheck is providing a bit of a lone option up forward in the absence of Jamie Elliott now. And so they're missing that grunt in the midfield. Taylor Adams isn't doing a hell of a lot. I don't think Lipinski's really adjusted to life at Collingwood.
Lipinski's a role player. Yeah.
I really wanted him to be, and I was bullish on him at the start of the season. He's sitting in my fantasy team, absolutely burning a hole in it. But
he's got forward status now, by the way, just on a fantasy note.
I'm flicked him forward. Don't you worry. I'm all over that. And he lives another week just because of that. But Crisp has been, he's been in and out in the last few years, but I think he's going to need to be a bit more of a presence. He does show some silk there. But yeah, it's a bit worrying there, Collingwood. I thought they had the pieces to not challenge, but to not be an absolute basket case. I grouped them a few weeks ago with Hawthorn in that they're going to be topsy-turvy up and down as a young squad. But Hawthorn are putting a few more wins on the board, and Collingwood just don't seem to be building any consistency whatsoever.
Yeah, so tough tip in this one, fellas. Steve, where do you think you're going to go for the tip?
If I had to pick one, I'll go the Pies. Just kind of based off of, obviously they've lost 3 in a row, but to lose only 7 against the Lions at the Gabbers, not a bad effort. They might look at Essendon as a bounce back game and come out all guns blazing. So I'll back the Pies.
Yeah, it's Magpies for me as well. Taz, are you going to make it 3 from 3?
3 from 3 for me, yeah. The Pies have shown more upside than Essendon. They only just lost to Geelong a few weeks ago, just lost to Brisbane. Two top 4 contenders. Pies for me.